Hello, children. Welcome to the DST show, where we're going to seductively make you immediately turn dry off talking about pro wrestling. And understanding that we're just a few nights away from WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar's already opening the show with our live jam-packed WrestleMania Raw. Now, Brock is going to be our only first 20 minutes of actual entertainment, and then the rest is hell. Brock is already coming from butchering a cow and making burgers out of it, wearing his Texas hat with cowboy boots, long jeans, and looking like a badass already still. While the rest of the roster look like they just came out of some type of bar that probably doesn't have a lot of alcohol. Also, Chris Rock got slapped the shit out of by Will Smith around, I think, Sunday during the Oscars nomination. And, of course, there's a side-to-side conversation. I had plenty of conversations involving family and friends. Why is there all four commentators? There's Corey Graves, somehow Michael Cole, Byron Saxton. Oh, God. 4 commentators are the most bland people on planet Earth. And whoever the fuck Jimmy Smith is, like, yo, chill out. What's going on, Sonic the Hedgehog? How it's been your day, man? Good to see you, the first person here live on the stream. Brock's already happy to be here after going berserk last week on Friday, trashing Roman Reigns' locker room, going into his stuff, devastating his car, trying to jump Roman at the same time, and just obliterate a whole bunch of security guards with a steel chair. Literally, this has been the only part of the road to WrestleMania that's been actually entertaining. The rest has been gobshite, and I'd rather watch a Ring of Honor show than this. That's me from the heart, by the way. I'll be live for night 2 of WrestleMania. I won't be alive. That's going to sacrifice a lot of hours for me. Not much, man. Chillin', made my Dragon Ball Z video. Oh, good, man. Good. Well, I was doing some work, came from the gym, watching Monday Night Raw. That's what I've been doing. So pretty lackluster. And they're just recapping the first probably 5 minutes of a vignette involving SmackDown. And Brock's here. They'll probably do a short promo and get interrupted by some shithead in the Raw roster. Also, did you get to see Will Smith slap Chris Rock? Of course, as soon as I heard from older people, they were like, "Oh, he had the right doing that. You shouldn't talk about anybody's wife like that. You can't make a joke. That's the comedian's job. They're going to do that. They're going to look at you and make a joke out of it. That's how it works. If she didn't want to be made fun of, you shouldn't have came to the event or get spoken about at all. That's my opinion on it. I don't give a shit what Will Smith feels like. If he wants to get a therapist, that's the bitch that got an entanglement with another guy, and you're allowing her to live in your house. But that's just my opinion. How come it isn't on USA? I think the Olympics are going on, so that's why. It's on Sci-Fi. Yes, Sci-Fi. They don't even try to make the courtesy of putting Raw on Fox, a bigger channel where it airs primetime football. And we had a whole ass vignette of what was going on SmackDown after Brock hit the ring. Here for WrestleMania Raw. Is that their prevalence to try to make WrestleMania feel relevant? Like, this is the show before. Usually they usually do the countdown. They'll be like 4 weeks away, 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. Like, that builds your anticipation. Just a short amount of time for the biggest event of the year. And then It happens. I don't need a WrestleMania Backlash. I don't need a WrestleMania SmackDown. I don't need a WrestleMania NXT. I just want WrestleMania. That's it. That's the hook, line, and sinker. Just like what Chris Rock got from. I'm done. We're going to cut it off there. Enough with the slap jokes. Mm-hmm. Finally, Brock is admitting that he doesn't really need Paul Heyman to talk on the mic. Monday Night Raw. He doesn't say WrestleMania Raw, so that's a big one up. Brock is such a likable person. I don't know why. I saw last night, but God, WrestleMania has been a joke. It's been a joke for years. Many years. Sunday and Saturday, WrestleMania. A multi-hour event shouldn't have multiple days. I'm gonna do it. This is a spoiler. This is not Suplex City. Uh-huh. Acknowledge Suplex City. We're going to hit the carnival of Suplex City. We're going to hit the main streets. We're going to hit the intersections of Suplex City. Bit. Oh, man. Steve Austin's going to be at WrestleMania. Brock's with that southern accent. It is way too much. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Oh, boy. He's going to have a baby. The unified title. Uh-huh. Oh, my God. I can't believe Brock is comparing marriage to to unifying the belts. This is so weird. But the fans are into this and they're applauding. Oh, God. 6 days away from WrestleMania, and I feel so not hyped about this. Mm-hmm. 2 titles. Gonna raise them to the sky. Gentlemen, you're new, reigning, defending, unified heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar. That was actually pretty cool. And now for the rest of the 2 hours of Raw. I can't wait to get so disinterested. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that was the opening promo. Just Brock loading that he has Roman has nowhere to hide and he's going to be world champion. Bring him to the streets, to the avenue of Suplex City. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's been 6 months since Roman's been on Raw. Wow. And Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley will face Naomi and Sasha Banks. Star-studded 8-women tag. Wow. I can't wait. Oh. You see? Becky Lynch still hates black people. And there it is. Well, that's going to be airing out. We also have RK Bro facing off against Alpha. And no, the Usos in the Champions versus Champions match is probably going to end in a DQ anyway because both of these guys got title matches at WrestleMania. So this is going to probably end in a no contest anyway. Because we're not about getting people over in the WWE. Just to be there. And Seth Rollins over his outburst over losing probably his last chance at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes might come, and Vince McMahon will decide Seth Rollins' WrestleMania fate. And everybody, Rollins already looks like he's getting scoffed. He's gonna probably die faster than Vince is. That's pretty sad. So and there is our end of the show. Thanks for coming, everybody. The Miz is here. Telling you to come back in your knees. Oh, look at that period blood sage mode piece of shit. Matrix leather pussy. How many Patrick Stars did it take to make that? By the way, next basketball video will either be Steve Nash or Charles Barkley. It better be Steve Nash first. By the way, if you see me, I had this song since 2010. You can see this song is corny. And they're still feuding with the Mysterios. 1, 2, Dominic picks up the victory against Rude. Post-match assault. Never mind. Ziggler came with a super kick out of nowhere. Mysterio coming in. Miz sneaks out like a vulture. It comes with the skull-crushing finale right there on the outside on Rey Mysterio. And then, for the 200th time, somebody took Rey Mysterio's mask. So obviously get that heat, disrespecting the heritage of Lucha Libre. Jesus Christ, I feel so. Miz makes every storyline just feel like you shouldn't even pause to watch it because there's so many better ones. So it's like Miz is the final option. I was like, oh, let's see Undertaker and Austin. Well, that's locked if you didn't pay for the $20 extra. But there's a Miz and Shane McMahon from 2019. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm getting my credit card. You see how sad this is? So it's gonna be Rey Mysterio against Miz to open the show, and I don't mind this. Let's at least have a decent opening match over the first 14 minutes of the show starting. And usually Raw has a bad segment to open up the show, usually an elongated video of a poor promo that ends up with 2 mid-carders opening the show, but we actually have a decent match. I mean, no, main eventing the show. My fault. Stokey Boston's gonna kick a whole can of diabetes out your ass. What? Becky Lynch is still the man? What? I'm not a cuck. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, dude? What? Go see the Broken Skull podcast. What? Screw Dean Ambrose. What? Oh, man. All right. We got another. You guys ever had Pizza Hut? Sonic, I'm going to ask you. I think you're the only one here. You know anybody else who eats Pizza Hut? Being honest. I barely see Pizza Hut eaten nearby. There's a few, only 2 notable pizza chains. There's only Papa John's. There's something you have King Umberto's. And of course, I don't bring in a lot of information. And there's a Pizza Hut mixed with, you've seen Pizza Huts mixed with a Taco Bell before. So Skull Crusher Finale is not a devastating move. It is never going to put your face flat on the pavement. It never looks threatening. The curb stomp looks threatening. And remember, if you ever aspire to be The Miz, I hope you end it. I've at least known people aspiring to be I don't know, Triple H. I can do Steve. I'm thinking about using Nash as for him. I ate a Pizza Hut a few times. Also, did you see the Lakers lost against the Pelicans the other night? The most embarrassing basketball I've ever seen. I don't care how good LeBron is, it's not going to be enough for the team. It's not. LeBron's getting there up in age, and he's not always going to hustle for that basic chase down block he's always going to do. He's not. His 3-pointing got better, like any other veteran talent. He's better. He can shoot over the ball. He can maneuver a bit better. We know he'll muscle through any other undersized 21-year-old defender that's going to push him off in the paint. So that's about it. I don't really care. I'm not really anticipated for the movie. I mean for anything the Lakers do. They're 10th seed in the West, and they lost twice in their series game against the Pelicans. And I'll let you know this, people. The Pelicans are not the most impressive team in basketball right now. And just knowing, like, this is what the fans are tolerating, because LeBron can't tolerate this. I'm not saying this like he's Michael Jordan, but like he cannot accept mediocrity in his level of play, dude. He's like a future Hall of Famer. He's one of the top 5 players in NBA history. He's still one of the best guys to play so far. And like he's expecting him to drop. He dropped 39 in the game, and he made most of the 3-pointers in the entire series. Are you kidding me? He's the leading 3-point shooter on the team for a forward. As a 37-year-old playing at a high level. Are you kidding me? Now, that's impressive for LeBron James, but it just shows how bad it is if LeBron's the highest leading 3-point shooter on the team. Geez, the Lakers have fallen apart. Sad to hear it. It is sad to hear. And we're back here. Of course, they're hyping up Miz and Logan Paul against Rey Mysterio and this ugly-ass son. And Miz is making a promo. But if we just look at the Lakers right now, it's not even fun. Hold on, people. Because now Lakers fall 10th seed, 31 and 43. Chicago Bulls are doing better than the Lakers right now. The Pelicans now falling up over into a 9th seed position in the play-in tournament. And you need to be from 7th to 10th. You know who's close to hitting 10th seed? The San Antonio Spurs. That's the closest team to still an opportunity to a play-in tournament appearance. And if you can make that, you can make the final. You can make the playoffs. So if you're from 1st to 6th seed, you're safe. You don't have to do the play-in tournament for a likability to miss the playoffs. These are literally for mediocre teams that could have got blown out in a 4 or 5 game series. So I can understand that, and plus the ratings. But that's about it. Logan Paul comes in a Rey Mysterio mask to mock the legend. Look at the Lakers back then. They were fun, even the Showtime. Yeah, of course we understand the Showtime Lakers. Back then they had money, but they got an overpriced Westbrook that produces like current-day John Wall. Nobody that can shoot. Austin Reeves barely gets minutes. And literally Malik Monk's just there to be a highlight maker. He comes around doing windmill dunks, 360 dunks, and scoring when at least amount of matters. Speaking of people that score when it doesn't matter, Carmelo Anthony's still on the team. Yeah, he's shooting decent. He plays his part, but he's not an impact player. He's not a good depth player. He's just there to score, and that's just his job. I hate the Lakers with every fiber of my being because of how overhyped they've been over just 1 year. 1 year. And out of Miz mocking Rey Mysterio, here he is coming now. I love the Wu-Tang inspired t-shirt. I would actually buy that. Booyaka, booyaka. 619. Hey, booyaka, booyaka. That's my bro. Oh, Dominic going absolutely insane. They should get rid of Westbrook. They could have over the trade deadline. Many fans have been asking that for months. But they didn't intend to. Logan, you're like 6 foot. Push him. I don't know why. They could have gotten rid of Taylor and Horton Tucker to just get a consolation prize and some youth. They could have traded for some Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or something. Yet they don't. They could have made a deal with the Spurs. They could have made a deal. Like, DeJounte Murray's playing out of his mind. Players from Brooklyn they could have gotten. Or they could have at least traded away Dwight Howard, Reeves, for Miles Turner. He's still in Indianapolis. Something. I don't get it. They suck because they suck because Westbrook can't shoot at all. He can't. This is how to make it more embarrassing. We'll go back to Monday Night Raw just in a bit. But if we look at Russell Westbrook, this is his 13th season. And you think over a guy like and Kendrick Lamar. I mean, no, not Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Perkins bring this up a while ago, saying that Westbrook is going to play like Westbrook. Guess what, dumbass? Westbrook is going to play like Westbrook, but guess what? That's not going to get him championships. 13 years, no championship. You suck. Really? He hasn't made the All-Star game since he was a Rocket. And that was probably the bigger game changer seasons. Guess what? How many games he played? Only 57. He hasn't missed over 70 games since 2013 over a major injury. Most of the time, he's been the most athletic, most consistent point guards that were part of a championship contending team at one point. The Thunder were no slouch when Westbrook was in their younger years when he had Kevin Durant. And Westbrook still doesn't believe that he should play second fiddle. But if we see right now, him as a Laker, 18.7 points. So we came off just 16 over the first 2 months of the season, only putting 18.7 points. And if we look, his splits are awful. He's packing only 43% from the field again. The guy came around 42% when he was in OKC for his final years, around dropping 30. The team is old as shit. I swear to God, if anybody tells me that Westbrook is a top 5 guard in the league now, he hasn't been like that since his MVP season. And even in his MVP season, he's never going to be a reason why a team wins a championship. The way he plays. Gilbert Arenas, there's better guards out there from 15 years ago that are more contenders. You can have Chauncey Billups make a championship lineup. Raw was popping in the first 14 minutes before we went to the Mysterio and Miz match. Now we're in commercial break after Logan Paul mocked Rey Mysterio after Miz took his mask the last week, and now we're back in commercial break. We had a ref just break it up earlier. And I just segued over after commercial break to talk about Raw. I mean, the Lakers after they choked a 23-point lead against the Pelicans. This is now Westbrook's fourth team in his career where he had to play another 1-year season, playing probably the worst basketball I've seen him play. Even Steve Nash is better than Westbrook. We know that. Steve Nash plays like a point guard. Westbrook, people are never going to admit that Westbrook doesn't play like a fucking point guard. A slashing guard that only finesses the ball over to his big, and he can't create his own spacing. He can't pass accurately, and most of the time he's going to go with the ball by his fucking self. Without Kevin Durant, nobody would ever think Westbrook was a top 5 guard in the Western Conference. I swear if Isaiah Thomas was playing like he did when he was in the Celtics and the Kings, people would change their goddamn minds. But I respect Westbrook. He's a good athlete. He still plays the same way, and that's the reason why they're failing. So I don't want to hear shit about the Lakers being contenders because you're playing team now. You're 10th seed. You're itching at the bit to lose a chance at a playoff appearance over the goddamn San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs. All I know is DeJounte Murray from the Spurs. That's all I know. And even Westbrook, he has never, and I mean ever, performed consistently in the playoffs in his life. Only 40% off the field anyway. 29% from the three-point line. If you want him to clutch it up, just see what he did when he was facing Harden. Bro, he's garbage. All right, now we're back into the match. Ray's facing off against Miz after disrespecting him last week. You're going to see a tag team match involving Miz and Dominic against Logan Paul and Miz. And the fanfare involving Logan Paul could have been better. He could have just been disrespecting a wrestler on YouTube, and he could have gotten headlines with that. But no, he just had to tag with the Miz. And it ends like that in just a schoolboy. Oh my God, even the slap from Will Smith lasted longer than that. Rey Mysterio wearing some crap Batman mask. Dominic's gonna get you. Yeah, Dominic's gonna get you, Holmes. 6. Oh, look at this. Both Mysterios. 6-1. Never mind. Logan Paul escapes. And he takes back the mask. You guys can't wait for WrestleMania? I can. And a super kick off Dominic. Dominic, if you go to the Indies, I will smack the shit out of you. Put this on the pre-show. Put what on the pre-show? The tag team match between them? What do you mean by that? And there's a frog splash by Dominic. And Ray's going up. Obviously, the reference to Eddie Guerrero is the only reason why you were in the main event scene. And there is the splash by Rey Mysterio. 2 to 5 hour shows. Yeah. It hurts us all. Nobody enjoys multiple hours. Yeah, I can understand. But this got more build than the Usos against Nakamura and Boogs. Or Corbin against Drew McIntyre. Put those in the pre-show. At least this has somewhat of a celebrity in the USA. And I guess this will be the way because we know that Logan Paul hasn't been trained to wrestle. And next up, we're going to see the fate of WrestleMania for Seth Rollins. Of course. I wonder how many marks are on Twitter right now. We're going to also go over that. Right now, we're back over in commercial after a Snickers commercial. You better say that the right way, by the way. I remember there was a coworker that said Snickers the wrong way, and let's just say he wasn't really liked in the break room later on. They thought he said the N-word. It was hilarious, but also very awkward. And they're recapping WrestleMania 21 when John Cena won his first WWE title against JBL in probably the most basic build you would ever see. But it built to megastar and the first of out of 15 more title reigns for John Cena. For the month of March, all the proceeds will go to Ukraine relief efforts. Hey guys, I'm available on Cameo, and all proceeds go to kill animal shelters. No kill animal shelters in my area. It's just you want to troll a friend who hates me, get news broken for your e-feed, and tell your significant others you're dumping them. Really? Hey, Shah Sam telling me to dump you. Who? That's nice. Adidas, what is this? Why is a fat bitch wearing your fitness gear? What is that garbage? Is she dancing or stretching? Okay, there's some athleticism. You have a chick that looks like she never did exercise in her life, and you just have do one fat chick. You know Keith Lee does stretches too like that, right? It doesn't really matter. And Damian Lillard does something that he does. Hit a game winner, but that wasn't in the championship because fuck Damian Lillard. Dressing like an uncle. He already knows that, that commercial from Foot Locker is going to haunt him for life. If you guys don't remember the commercial I'm talking about, it was Damian Lillard doing a Foot Locker Adidas commercial. It was involving a whole lot of athletic legends like, I don't know, Karl Malone, Barry Sanders, Charles Barkley. Hall of Fame talents that never won the big one. Damian Lillard was ironically there. So if you guys ever see Damian Lillard retire, please say that was a foreshadowing. I'm just saying. Whew. Fightful select. Yeah, they're still foreshadowing Cody Rhodes against Seth Rollins. The Northman. I thought this was supposed to be a spinoff of a Game of Thrones thing. And Seth Rollins is on the stupid ass desk of Vince McMahon for some apparent reason. Is that Mercedes Martinez? Interim Ring of Honor World Champion. I thought the Ring of Honor World Champion was Deonna Purrazzo. I don't pay attention to pro wrestling like that, but that's just me. And JD does a Roman Reigns as everybody's on the dick of Roman Reigns for no reason. It's like, oh, I've been waiting for him. I seen that on Twitter last week. Yeah, bro. I'm just dead feeling like JD from New York is a massive mark. There is no possibility that you had 1 million views on Twitter all because of your stupid off the script setup. This is what WrestleMania's card is going. What is going on the WrestleMania's card? But the U.S. champ and IC champ don't have matches. How pathetic! Why does it fucking matter? Stop doing these Veer Mahan. Goddamn. They keep promoting Veer Mahan, and there's still no fanfare. Nobody's hyping over Veer Mahan after he was a jobber in the tag team with Jinder Mahal. Well, and what's what you always trying to bring? Like, there's always going to be an end of significance to the IC and US Championship. 3 weeks ago on Raw, Rollins failed to win his tag team match for Kevin Owens to earn a shot to be at WrestleMania to face the Raw Tag Team Champions. Ending in depression, blue baldness, and getting still pegged by his wife. They got a match at WrestleMania. No, he enjoyed the pegging. He just was upset that his wife was at WrestleMania, not him. Then Rollins had a revelation. Everybody's going to WrestleMania, but he wants a gun. Oh God, don't give him that gun. Rollins. Without Seth freaking Rollins, no child ever calls him Seth freaking Rollins. No fan ever wants to regularly call him Seth freaking Rollins. I'm never going to call Seth Rollins Seth freaking Rollins for the rest of my life because he's not cool. I call Stone Cold Steve Austin Stone Cold Steve Austin because that's the namesake. That's what they've been promoting for years, and I call him that. They called him what? Seth freaking Rollins, like on the T-shirt back in 2017 or 2018, and then they start saying it now. And it sucks, and it's not over. Then Rollins started saying it's bullshit last week after his loss, ending in an edgy ending. That's awesome. Someone from my office is going to be reaching out to set up a meeting with corporate headquarters. I want you in my office at 9 a.m. on Monday. You mean 9 p.m. on Monday? Okay, so this was issued in the morning. So let's see this. Oh my God. Rollins. Oh my God. You just look like you're ready for your parakeet's fucking funeral. You look like you're dressed for a dog's gay wedding. Is that a reference to CM Punk? He just tapped his watch like CM Punk. Why does it say WWF on the? Imagine that's the bathroom. Take a seat. Take a seat, bitch. Oh my God, I forgot I got. Oh God. Vince is near death, people. God. Mm-hmm. Coastal College against. Yo, if Vince says the N word like that, I would continue watching Raw for life. I don't know. That's just hilarious. You're fine. It's just Vince's your fight. You got it. What failures? Like Hunter. Huh? Oh my God. Stupendous. Freaking. I don't want to. Okay. Rollins gets a main event. Pre-show. Pre-show main event. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. No. I have dementia. Yeah. My opponent. Okay. So Vince is going to issue a mystery opponent for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. It's going to be Chris Benoit's the necromanced body. It's not going to be Cody Rhodes, people. You better not disappoint. Stop sending me dick pics. Rollins. Oh my god. I'll say the N word live again on WrestleMania. I will, pal. Get away from my desk. So Rollins will be facing a mystery opponent. So it's probably going to be Cody anyway. Or Chris Benoit's Necromancer Corpse to face Rollins in an amazing work rate match at the main event of night one, I guess. Of Vince McMahon's choosing. So at least we got drama there. And Omos is in action. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Omos! Another handicap match for Omos, trying to build him up. Omos. That's racist. Out of the Great Khali, Big Show. What type of theme song does Omos have? Oh my god, it's garbage. And against the SmackDown's Viking Raiders. I forgot, doesn't SmackDown have the Viking Raiders? Oh yeah, I can't wait. The chicken or the egg, what came first? Your mother. Oh man.